What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here. Welcome to another Geoguessr video. And for a long time, people have wanted to see me do a challenge on my second account where I play duels against new players without ever zooming into the minimap. This of course makes things very difficult because I cannot make any precise guesses. However, I thought to spice things up, not only will I do that challenge, but I'll also limit myself to not guessing inside the correct country. So say it's Poland, I can guess in the Baltic Sea, I can guess in Lithuania, in Germany, whatever, but I cannot guess in Poland. Let's just see if we can do that. I'll say the punishment if I guess incorrectly, if I actually guess inside the correct country, then I'll say I have to go in Antarctica. So let's see here. Our first opponent is only 400 rated, so I really do think this should be well possible. The first one here appears to be something in Eastern Europe. I think that looks probably like Croatian language, but it could also be Serbian. So obviously we're not allowed to zoom into the map. We can make it enlarged here, but I'm just gonna go in like France or something like that here. So I mean, honestly, we probably could have clicked a lot further east, but remember, before I zoomed into the map, this is how it looked, and you know, it is very easy to accidentally click in right country. And there we go, 2.5k damage on the first one there. Okay, next one here is interesting. I mean, obviously these houses and poles look quite North American. I think it's probably the type of one when we want to guess in Canada. The problem is, could it be Canada? I do think it could be, so this actually might be one instead where we have to go in the ocean in order to not have to guess Antarctica next round. I'm just trying to see if there's anything actually to differentiate the two countries here. I actually think Canada's almost more likely here, but I can't actually prove it either way. So I think this East Coast guess is going to be the best thing we can do. Obviously we are clear there, we haven't guessed in the right country or anything. And yeah, single yellow line there, so it should be Canada. Honestly, with a space punk, we probably only would have gone like Pennsylvania anyway, so that's fine. And we are still winning here, which is honestly pretty impressive considering how bad our guesses have been so far. Okay, this one also kind of felt like it might be in, I don't know, Serbia or something as well. But we do have an antenna, which is really rare in Serbia. Ila, okay, that's why we're in the Baltic Sea. So if we just click in the Baltic Sea, that should actually be fine. So Ila, I think it was Latvian, but it could also be Lithuanian as well. I don't doubt that they're quite similar in name, and it was actually on the border there, and that is going to be another 1.3k damage. So he's really on the edge here, and our guesses have been monumentally strange. The next one here is New Zealand, and as I said, we're allowed to guess in the ocean here. Without zooming in, I guess we should probably just click like that. I mean, it's going to be above the coast, but it should be fine. I think Auckland is really the play here, so probably going to be a pretty good guess. And yeah, it was indeed Auckland. Okay, so GG's to our opponent there. Well, that was obviously a pretty easy win, but now we're in the gold division, and as we've seen before, gold division is generally speaking a lot harder than the silver division by a good margin. So already we're against a 600 rated opponent here, and things should be a lot more challenging. Guys, if you're enjoying the channel, please give the video a like, by the way, and also, please, most importantly, I want you to go down to the comment section and comment what you want to see me do next as a challenge, because this one is a viewer suggested challenge, and I want to continue doing those. Anyway, enough chatter. We have a Spanish-style no hunting sign here, so we should be in Spain. Without zooming in, I think just guessing next to Portugal in Portugal here is a pretty good move, so this should just be right on the border. Yeah, just on the border. That was actually a pretty good guess. But yeah, it has to be Spain here, and it's probably in Western or Central Spain, and yeah, it was Central Western there. So our opponent going Poland, not a terrible guess, but obviously with these rock walls next to here, and the general speaking, like Mediterranean, feeling a bit dry climate, Poland wouldn't really fit. We're in Europe again here, and Europe is honestly pretty good to get on this challenge, I would say. This could actually be Poland. I'm actually not too sure what country we're looking at here, so we should just pick one that's not quite possible. For example, I don't think this is Germany because it's not Generation 4, and also it doesn't really look like Germany, so I'm gonna go for Germany here. And I would expect, I don't even know, Poland is quite possible, Czechia maybe, even Serbia or something is quite possible here. So anything in that kind of Central Eastern Europe is the zone I'm expecting this to be. And yeah, no antenna, so I'd say Serbia here, but we'll see. And indeed it was Belgrade, so our opponent getting a nice guess there, probably found some Cyrillic language, and that would definitely help out. So the points are relatively even here. I think actually against an opponent like this, I have to improve my guesses a bit. Fortunately, we have an easy Romania here with the Holy Poles, and without zooming in, I guess, that's kind of, I did not mean to zoom in there. This is kind of a tough one to line up. I would say this is safe. We're really close to Romania there. I guess that is a pretty good guess. But yeah, I would say this is just central with these hills, like generally speaking, Romania, when it gets close to the coastline here or to other countries, it's quite flat, but then the Carpathian Mountains run through the middle. And indeed it was Central Carpathians there. That's actually going to be a good chunk of damage there, almost taking him out, 2.8k. So now we just need to try not to get Russia. And it looks like we're in Finland instead, so that's pretty good. Obviously, we'll just go straight in for... Could it be Sweden? I think we just click in the ocean here. This is maybe risky, and it's really close here. Did we actually guess in Finland? No, thank goodness. But a good guess from our opponent here, 672 damage. I wonder if our opponent has picked up on our strange play here, because no doubt it has been pretty strange. Next one here, we've got White Car Long Antenna. I thought this is... I think it's Spain. The landscape feels quite Spanish. Oh, it's like a medium length antenna. That's really interesting. I actually think that is a Spanish thing, you know? So we have to be very careful not to click on like Mallorca or anything like that. I'm going to go above Spain here. And, oh, it was actually Sardinia. Okay, that's really interesting there. 1.5 times damage is going to be 1.9k. If I had have clicked inside on the Mediterranean, it would have been fine, but unfortunately, I was a bit too worried. And this one looks like it's going to be Faroes, I think. So that's kind of good for us. So we just have to estimate somewhere where it's not quite in the Faroes. And we're pretty far here, honestly. Like, we could get knocked out with a good enough guess. And yeah, I think that's going to be knockout damage. Ooh, I was not considering that he was probably going to 5k that. So there we go. We actually lose here and go back down into the Silver Division. I was not planning on that, to be honest. But our opponent, that's what I mean, like the Silver Division opponents play a whole lot more solid and with the gold ones than the Silver Division. So you really have to actually be paying close attention here. Okay, this one is South Africa. Is that too risky? Just trying to think here. I think that is actually out of South Africa. Let's see if we've, yeah, we have missed it here. This should be a good guess, honestly. It looks like Cape Town or the surrounding areas. And yeah, I would say with those mountains it should be. And wow, very impressive here. So Aaron, maybe South African, maybe just someone who's been to South Africa or something like that. But for a Silver Division, very, very solid guess. Next one here, we can go North Korea. Let me see here. That should be a good enough click for North Korea. I'm pretty sure we're north of the border there. Yeah. So yeah, let's just hope it's in the north half. Probably, oh, it's a Pohang. This like little camera on the back of the car, you find that in Pohang, and which is right here, and occasionally northeast of Seoul, but definitely a useful one. He goes for Hong Kong. Actually did kind of look like Hong Kong. Seoul area and some of the bigger cities in South Korea do look like Hong Kong because they have huge apartment buildings. Okay, next one here is going to be something in Peninsular Malaysia. Now, our opponent's guessed really quickly here, which I'm kind of curious about. Let's go for this one. And indeed, we are close there. Thank goodness we didn't click on any islands. But yeah, 2.6k damage there. Do you guys see what I'm saying? The difference between silver and gold is actually crazy. Anyway, this last one here looks like it's... I thought that's a Slovakian crossing sign. And yet, the buildings look more like... I guess this has to be actually Netherlands. We got a yellow plate there. So, yeah, I mean, this is actually kind of a difficult click. I think we can just go like that. Should be close enough. And yeah, guessing in the UK, they're not ideal, but I guess, you know, it's only going to be 500 points damage, and ultimately, yeah, we just stay in the round in the game for another round, and we should be able to knock him out on this one, I hope. Looks like Serbia. We again have an antenna, though. It should be Croatia for that reason, I guess, and I think that's safe here. Let's go for this guess. Yeah, we're not too far away from Croatia. I think this kind of section here that's very, very flat, bordering the Serbian border should be good. And it is actually just on the Hungarian border, but on 1.5 times damage, that's going to be 675. Okay, just need to be slightly closer here. Hopefully a bigger country or something that we can kind of guess around. This being the, I think this is Jersey, you know. I'm just going to click Northern France here. I think this is Jersey. It just gives me massive island vibes. So if it's not, it's like Southern UK. Honestly, the road's kind of maybe too wide for Jersey. I still think it looks like Jersey, though, with the white houses. No, we'll see here. Yeah, oh, yellow line, we have to be in Jersey then. Yeah, they have no stopping yellow signs there, and our France guess will actually be enough. Feels bad for him going out on France there, on Jersey, while guessing England against a person guessing France, but, you know, that's the way it goes here. And that is actually kind of the funniest part of this duel so far, I think. Okay, next one here, we've got a Finnish opponent. It looks like we might be in Germany here, so... wondering what's going to be the best perch here. Yeah, this is definitely Germany. So, I think Poland. Wait, it kind of looks more like Western Germany, though, to me. So, I'm actually going to click in Benelux here. And yeah, Belgium actually should be pretty close here, I imagine. Let's take a look around. Do we see anything here? Heinrich. We're near Hanover and Dortmund, so that's more central there. But to be honest, yeah, we're not going to be too far. It's actually a pretty good guess considering the format. And yeah, it was near Bielefeld there. Good guesses from our opponent, but I guess the Belgians kind of look weird, especially because we had German literally everywhere there. But hey, the Tiger, you know, he has his own way of playing, as we've seen from this series so far. Okay, next one here, northern or maybe southern Ghana. I'm not really sure. It's almost certainly Ghana though, right? I mean, we should see some Ghana-looking number plates there. So let's click like that, I think. I think it actually is southern Ghana, maybe Accra or something like that. So it feels good. Yeah, I think with this much green, the palms as well should be Accra area. It's just that Accra often looks a bit dry because it's so industrial. But yeah, that is a pretty guessable city. And we have an Ivory Coast guess. So the weird guesses are not only coming from me, but also from Kiesi here. Okay, next one here, maybe feeling a bit like Ecuador or something like that to me. Is actually going to be something in Bangladesh. He looks Bangladeshi to me. So does the pole. So I would go like this, I guess. This is close enough to Bangladesh to make it a good guess, I think. I could probably, maybe I should be more risky with my guesses. I'm kind of clicking a fair way away a lot of the times. But I think it's, what actually we should be doing here is if our opponent is winning or could win, then we go for a fairly, you know, risky guess. And if we are in the lead, then we just don't risk anything and just go for a fairly standard one. Okay, this one's northern Ghana. That's actually difficult, guys. Okay, so Ghana's here. I'm gonna go like that. Screw it. Let's see. Ooh, that's a pretty good guess, honestly. Like, it's around Tamale area, I would say. So, you know, I mean, we could have gotten closer there, but that's a pretty good effort in my opinion. Could also be near Wa as well. I'm not really sure where the hills are there, but yeah, regardless, it's gonna be good. And yeah, it was near Wa. Now, our opponent goes in Kenya, so that's a good amount of damage, 3.3k, definitely clawing us back into the lead here. Could be one of our first ever Gold Division wins, because we seem to always lose on here. And this is Japan, I think. Yeah, Japan. And so, given that it's Japan, I actually don't really know what the best guess here is. It kind of feels a bit further north, but also gives me a bit of a south vibe. I'm just going to go like this on this occasion. There are islands here. Fortunately, we've missed them all. But this should be a fine hedge, I imagine. It's interesting here. Like, it doesn't feel like Hokkaido. Okay, it was just central there. I mean, sometimes when there's no vibe, just guessing like that is best. And yeah, we come out with the win there. So definitely played it strange. We got 16 points there. I would like to at least get a few wins in a row here because I think this format's actually pretty optimizable. So we'll see here. Okay, next one, we've got, what, an Indian flag there. And we appear to have some Hindi language as well. So this should be further north in India. Now, I think we can just click in the Himalayas here. This should be a fine guess. We're actually pretty close to India there. That's probably the closest guess of the game. But Tibet is indeed safe and not India. So yeah, that's actually going to be New Delhi. Honestly, that's our best click of the video so far. And it is actually a real skill here. Okay, this game, against a guy who's gotten New Delhi immediately, I'm going to start playing risk here. So let's go here, let's get in. This is Qatar. Boom, that's not Qatar. Yeah, really good guess there. That's honestly really close. Like, it's just because this area is actually quite small. So this we're not going to lose many points. Yeah, this guy's playing well. Okay, so from now on, only good guesses. Only good guesses. Looks like I was hedging between the two, but no. Okay, next one here. Looks like it's going to be Belgium, I would say. Or yellow number plate, they Netherlands. We have to get in close here. I'm saying that's not it. Yeah, we're actually in France there. That's good. It shouldn't be France. Could it be even... No, it is going to be Netherlands here. We've got yellow plates, yeah. So, this is not too bad. We're in northern Netherlands, unfortunately, there. To be honest, that wasn't really that region guessable, I think, so that's fine. But yeah, it's going to have to take some really good guessing from here on in, I think. Next one here feels like probably... Was it going to be Montenegro here? These bollards. I think Montenegro is actually the play here, but it could still be something else. I'm just going to guess here. This guess should be fine. So yeah, these bollards, you see Montenegro, Slovenia, and Austria. It could still be Slovenia here, and it is indeed. So, but it's also kind of a difficult round, so we could see a gold division fail here, and we do. He goes up in Estonia. Honestly, this whole area of Europe, especially when you don't have any mountains to help you, is very difficult, so I don't blame him there. But we're still, I think we're still behind here, right? So, yeah, we are. So we actually have to play quite nicely still. This is an Indonesian license plate here, and honestly, if I had to go for anything, I'd probably just go for Jakarta here. So, I'm going to click in the middle. Now, did we hit an island? Fortunately, we didn't hit an island there, but we could have gone here and we would have hit an island. So, there was actually one of the riskiest rounds of the game so far as well. But we do have Javanese roofs here, so it was actually Bandung. Good guess from our opponent, like still just playing super solid. We haven't even made many mistakes yet, but we are still losing. So we have to really hope for something good here. This as well is not easy. What are we looking at here? Some kind of sea barge, and I mean, maybe I thought of like Denmark here. Where's the sun? Sun is to the more to the south, so northern hemisphere would be thinking. I'm gonna click like this. I think it's decent here. Denmark was my main thought. So let's take a look around here, see if we're right about that. Ooh, I like it. 30 zone. Could be Netherlands as well, but we don't have yellow plates. So did I actually just get a cracked guess here? Yeah, it's Denmark. Wow, that's actually a really good guess. Happy with that. And he goes for Faroe Islands. Interesting. Oh, he's 100 points. Okay, we have to hope for something good here. Bulgaria. Bulgaria's fine. Bulgaria's fine. Could even be North Mass. I think it's North Macedonia, you know. I get that vibe. So if we do this, then Greece is fine. Greece is fine. It hedges for both countries here. We just have to hope he doesn't get the vibe here. He may. Oh, interesting car here. Look at that. You can kind of see more of it than you normally can. And it was Bulgaria. Okay, I'm glad. Oh, I thought it was Greece for a second. Wow. I was about to be very sad because we would have lost the duel just off that. But fortunately not. Okay, this is Canada or is it Sweden or something? It's just Finland. Okay. That should be... we click close to the border, goodness me. And also, I didn't even think about the region guess. This is probably much further south. Okay, bro. I mean, this is just a terrible guess, but... oh, we're out. Oh my gosh. I just wanted to go for a swag guess, bro. I did not mean for that to be a loss. Oh no, this guy played so good as well. Look at this. I mean, how many games does he have? 172, just 93 joules. That's a... this guy, Mikau? Oh, well played, well played. You're on the track to becoming a good player, my friend. Pfft, amazing, honestly. Okay, so next one we're against Kiersey again. She's managed to get herself up into the in the gold division. I think she was silver last time we played her, right? So shout outs to Kiersey. And let's see if we can get the back-to-back wins against her. This one looks like it's going to be Norway to my mind, so I'm going to go for this one here. I thought Oslo was kind of most likely. Could also see Bergen, anything else though. Let's take a look around here. It is maybe a bit hilly for Oslo itself, so yeah, maybe Bergen or Alesund, Kristiansund, something like that. Anything like that. Okay, it was actually Oslo. Just a fairly hilly looking one out in the suburbs there, so good start from us. And again, Kiersey. Definitely, you know, coming from that part of the world makes sense for a good guess, but definitely impressive. Next one here, is this Germany? I mean, I just remember seeing a German one with like a national park vehicle like that once, but this is actually difficult to get the country, I think. It feels more Eastern Europe though, to be fair. That building in the background kind of looks Polish or something in that part of the world. Czech Republic or Slovakia are also possible here. I'm actually going to go just in, gonna go on Slovenia here, I think. Or Croatia. That's fine. It shouldn't be Croatia here. It doesn't look like Croatia to me. But let's take a look around here. I'm curious. Okay, it was Poland, and a Katowice guess is absolutely cracked there by Kiersey. So clearly should not have let Kiersey get more time to look around there, because it probably said Katowice near spawn. Okay, next one here is Russia. Maximilians. I mean, I think it's Russia, right? Yeah, it should be. So not the country we wanted to see, to be fair. Now, I don't even know where the borders go here. I think if we click here, that's fine for Kazakhstan. Yeah, it's scary here. Let's take a look around. Do we actually see anything here? Not really sure what that's all about. I doubt it would say the city, but it may. Okay, I was Krasnoyarsk there. So yeah, honestly, we're close to that. That's good. That's a good result. Maybe Russia isn't that bad, because if we can region guess it, then we can still guess on the border. Well, here we go. Yeah, I think this is actually Mongolia, but this is also potentially problematic for us. If we click here, that's not Mongolia. Now, should we be clicking? Yeah, we can click Baikal here. That's kind of closer. Ooh, a good guess here, actually. So it should be downtown Ulaanbaatar. And our opponent will probably get it. So this is actually a harder mode than I thought, though the Bishkek guess comes through. So we're actually back into the lead here, which is fantastic. I don't know. I didn't think I would be so invested in this, but it's actually low-key quite fun. We have brush plants here. This is Western Australia. This is a really good one. We can just send it in like this. Honestly, Australia is still like, even though we have to guess in the ocean, is still pretty elite for me, because I can pretty much always guess near the coast and be pretty close. And yeah, with this amount of spiky boys, as we call them in the Australia community, then you should be in WA most times. And indeed, yeah, just people have no idea when it comes to Australia sometimes, and this is no exception. Kiersey, unfortunately, bowing out there. for another win for us. So let's see if we can just get 2 wins in a row. That's what I'd like to end off the video with here, because I think we've always gone 1-1-1-1-1. So let's just see if we can finish it off here strong. The Tiger is looking mighty fabulous today here. Definitely that opium looking fit, you know, all black, dripped out just like Stroll only. I don't know, I'm just feeling time here. Okay, Nexus here. This is going to be a big fish to fry. He's 833 rated. This is approaching, you know, like a high rated player. And I think we're in Germany here. Could be Switzerland. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say, Austria. I'm going to go like this. Let me think now. That should be safe here. Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty good guess, honestly. I thought maybe southern Germany anyway, if it is there. That looks like yeah, that was a Viennese crest here, I believe. They have that on the license plates there, so it was always going to be a bit of an uphill battle. But to be fair, the house sign in the background did kind of look like Vienna one, so probably could have gotten that if I thought about it harder. Next one here, this is very interesting. That big statue, what even is that? I'm going to zoom in after I guess. But I think it's Peru? Where's the sun? So sun appears to be more to the west? I don't know. Not to the north, I would say. So I would say just a Bolivia guess here. This should be fine. But I want to see what this creature is over here. So let's see. Let's see. Can we actually move over to it? I hope we can. What is that thing? It's like a jaguar or something. And well, we're in a big city here. So yeah, it would be actually Puno. Puno is actually a big city. And our opponent guesses nicely as well. So we're going to have to take risky guesses here, guys. No more Mr. Nice Guy. As soon as the like, what do you call it, multis kick in, we're going to have to be super precise here. But we're drafting right here. This should be the Netherlands. And I'm going to go very risky here. I'm going to go like that. That's indeed close to the Netherlands. So we can be happy with this guess. Oh, it was Lux. I did consider that, actually. But it was very flat for Luxembourg. Right on the border here. In the north, you would never get flatness like that. So that's kind of unlucky. But as I was saying, guys, we have to really play nicely from here. So let's see what we get. This one, I thought was Kyrgyzstan at first. Now I think it might be Russia, actually. We have wooden poles, which is just really strange to me. Maybe this is Kyrgyzstan. I don't know. I've almost never been unsure in the last year of playing Geoguessr whether it was Russia or Kyrgyzstan, but I guess this is Kyrgyzstan, strangely enough. So, but that's okay. Where is Isikul? I'm looking for the... I think I'm just going to go like this. I think this is safe. Yeah. Okay, it was Krasnoyarsk. Gosh. Yeah, I mean, it felt like Russia, but I don't know. I guess, actually, our vibes actually kind of get us a bit closer anyway, so I'm not going to complain, but that was a bit dodgy. Next one here is in UAE now. We're going to have to guess quickly and well here. This is a good enough guess. We're pretty close in... Should be like... Kind of felt like it was near the palms anyway. So maybe this palm here. It kind of felt like that to me, so we'll see if I'm right about that. It wasn't nearby, actually just downtown though. And our opponent does not guess downtown, so a little bit of respite there, only 200 points damage. We have to get big countries and guess well here. And what's going on here is this... I don't think this is a big country, guys. I think this might be... I think this might be something... What does that say? Johor? Yeah, it does say Johor. Okay, excellent. That should do. Oh, that's a really good guess, yeah. So, there's a good chance a Gold Division player doesn't know where Johor is or hasn't heard of it, so we could come through with some nice points here. It's very essential knowledge for Duels because it seems to show up all the time, but yeah, those yellow signs are often found there. Now, 700 points there is pretty good. We still... Oh, Australia's going to be really clutch. This is Adelaide or nearby. Yeah, this is Adelaide or nearby. I'm not really sure if it actually is Adelaide, but... Oh, it's a tight click here. We go like that. I think that's going to be in the ocean. Ooh, that's close to not being in the ocean. That's a bad because we could have done there. Because think about it. If we move a few pixels up, then it's not going to be good. And yeah, Australia comes through and saves us once again. It was actually in Port Pirie then. That makes sense. Port Pirie does look like that. And yeah, we get 22 points. We're above 700 points in the rating. If you love this format, let me know because I kind of loved it. So we could definitely run this one back. Otherwise, do suggest a format in the comments now that you've finished this video. If you're still watching, big shout outs to you. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. And I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Goodbye.